Hey, what's up, y'all? We are gonna get to the rest of the final level. I just felt y'all needed to see this fail first.
Oh, damn!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Okay, now that you're done laughing at my complete and utter fail just now, let's get to the rest of the video. Yeah, so you start out with the timer. It ticks down from 4 minutes, 40 seconds. I do not know what happens if you run out of time, because frankly, I've never run out of time whenever doing this. It's just too easy to fail, in my opinion. You know, especially if you have, like you should by now, max stats in at least 2 different categories. You know, if you level up. Yeah. Oh, also, by the way, if any of you, like 10 viewers I have to time out to count how many times I say please put it in the comment below, because I'm really curious. The generic, fat guys, which for some reason tend to have higher health than the rest of the enemies in the game. Why that is, I don't know. Apparently, maybe Asians are like superhumans. That would explain why there's so many of them. Anyway, yeah, for the most part, everybody you fight is relatively weak. Even though you're fighting late game enemies, you still have the stats to pretty much KO everybody without a problem. Now, I'm not sure at what point, but I think it does get to where I just start throwing everybody off just in the interest of time. Like, I really didn't feel like recording this any longer than I had to. I just wanted to, get it over with and just, yeah. So, right now, we're fighting a couple bouncers. Honestly, you can just use the Scott's uppercut. Like, remember when I said before his other special move was useless? It's because that one right there is perfect. It knocks everybody up into the air. It does a decent chunk of damage. And if you have good enough timing, you don't even really need timing. You can just get under the person and do it again before they land. You can just keep chaining it. The only people it doesn't work on, honestly, is bosses. So, if you ever decide to do a playthrough of the game, if you're using Scott, in my personal opinion, don't bother getting his second move. That's my opinion. So, you got knocked out. I don't remember that happening during my recording, but apparently it did. Okay, yeah, so at this point, I'm gonna just stop talking or whatever, stop doing commentary, it's getting repetitive, and just let the music play out. The next platform we get to is gonna have a series of boulders coming out of it. If you stay at the bottom of the screen, you won't be touched by it, and the platform after that is just gonna be a stampede of fans similar to what happened in the second level, at Lee's place. So that's pretty much it. Enjoy the rest of the music, and I'll see you when we get up to Gideon. Okay, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed the music. So let's go and beat the crap out of Gideon. Break the door. Alright, so here we are. Also, take a quick look in the back. The guy wearing the red suit with the blue hair and the phaser gun in his hand is actually the main character from old school game called The Clash at Demon Head. Yeah, if you watched the movie or played the game, obviously, that's the name of the band that Envy Adams, Scott's ex, is in. So, yeah, Gideon's fight is pretty straightforward. Still not all that complicated. You punch him, and he jumps in the air and does this meteor crash thing where sends meteors flying all over the place. Now, there he goes. He'll transform like a rainbow color every once in a while, and while he's like that, you can't damage him, so your best bet is to, you know, dodge roll out of his way. And every once in a while, like, he'll turn into like a seraphim or an angel or whatever you want to call it and attack you, and when he does that, you can't block him either. You can try to parry him, but it's really not worth the risk, in my opinion. Like, if you pull it off, great, but I wouldn't purposely go for it. And yeah, he just really does just spam this meteor crash. Just try to move around as much as possible, and odds is you won't get hit. He normally doesn't do this that much, but as any Let's Player on YouTube will tell you, the recording curse is real. Whenever you record yourself doing gameplay, the worst possible outcome happens. It's like Murphy's Law of gaming. Like, I don't know why, but yeah, I've never seen him do this move that much. Usually I see it like once, maybe 2 or 3 times before he switches over to his next attack, which is basically like, if any of you guys have ever played Marvel vs. Capcom, the Hulk Super, where he jumps into the air and crashes down a meteor. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said, this boss fight, he does hit hard, not nearly as hard as Nega Scott. You know, like you just saw, he landed a critical hit and only did 55 damage. But yeah, there's not too much I can say about this boss fight. Nothing that I haven't already said. Other than, you know, I mean, other than all the people you see here, like, if you look into the crowd, you see Scott's mom, that's the woman in the left with the coat. Mobile is Wallace's boyfriend in the manga. Like, he does date other Scott or whatever, but eventually he starts dating Mobile. Now, you don't see him in the movie for obvious reasons. Like, they cut back so many people from the manga, and there goes the Hulk smash move I was talking about. Just brings down a meteor. Basically, I do a horrible job of dodging it, but usually what you should do is not try to dodge roll. I don't know why I kept doing it, but yeah, if you have a high enough speed stat, you can just run out of the way before he comes back down, and you'll be fine. I also don't know why I kept trying to block it. Like, I don't know, it was like a brain fart of epic proportions. But yeah, this fight is almost over, and there it goes. Uppercut of doom, because I'm awesome like that. And yeah, so he jumps over, crouches down on the floor, and then he pulls the subspace highway out of his chest for some reason. Yeah, so now we're in the subspace highway where Gideon can warp the very fabric of reality, basically, which is pretty cool and evil. But yeah, so he controls everything in here. You know, just if you just keep running, the blood drops won't hit you. And yeah, that's where I died before. You know, but yeah, so these little bad things will tap you. That's the first time I've ever been hit by it. Again, Murphy's Law of gaming. And there he goes. He's walking off. And wait, hold on. Wait, well, what's that sticking out of the cloud? Is that a sword? What the hell? Oh, let's go over there and then pick it up, see what happens.
Scott earned the power of love.
And yeah, that actually is the power of love. You can only use it on this boss fight right here, because honestly, if you had it anywhere else in the game, it's just not fair. Because see what it does? See, it lets out a shockwave. Like, you actually can be way farther away from him than I am. I don't know why I was this close, but yeah, you can actually stand all the way back to where the clouds are actually, and the sword just sends out this shockwave of energy that hits him, you know, full screen. And yeah, the first part is just a monstrosity of all of the 6 previous X's before you got to him, and it's honestly, I want to say it's a combination of all their powers, but it really isn't. It just seems to be Todd Ingram, pretty much. Like, all of the movie teams, Todd Ingram and Master Patel, they seem to be the only 2 with magical powers anyway. So yeah, yeah, this boss fight is pretty, you know, straightforward. Has a sword, just hack away at his chest. When he has his arms folded up, you're not actually doing damage to him, you're doing damage to the arm. So you do have to, keep swinging at the arms until he, opens his arms up. And there you go. He drops down really, really fast. It's super easy. I told you, the boss fights after Nega Scott really are not a challenge, And now we're going into the last leg of the game. Okay, so we kicked his ass in the subspace highway, and now we're back, and he runs off like the coward he is. So let's go and follow him. Alright, now we're in the Techno base, which, if you've ever played Turtles in Time, I'm not sure what the name of the level is, but this reminds me so much of one of those levels back in Turtles in Time. You fight up against Toka and Razor, and also if you played another extremely popular beat called Double Dragon, this also is just like another one of the levels in that game as well. Wow, I feel so old. But anyway, yeah, none of the enemies in this level actually carry money. So all the robots you kill, you don't get money off of them. Or did I just get money off of him? And if I did, that's weird. But yeah, none of the enemies, to my knowledge, carry money except for the people we'll see later in the level, like these weird clones. But yeah, this way it isn't too hard. The big Rayer robots, the bigger ones, like you just saw, they do blow up after you kill them. So after you knock one down or you see the kapow, just run away from it and you'll be just fine. But yeah, as you can see, we are fighting a bunch of robot ones, and yes, they do actually have the same stats as they did when you fought them at it says Halloween Party, but the first part of World 5 where we first see the Kariyanagi twins, it says the Halloween Party there, but actually it's Scott was just confused and thought it was a Halloween party, but it's actually a party celebrating the Day of the Dead. So yeah, I'm not sure what the holiday is called. If anybody knows, put it in the comment below, all 6 of you that watch my videos. Yeah, so as I said, like the rest of the levels, it's pretty straightforward. You go through, beat the crap out of everything you come across, and try not to get hit by the explosions like I just did. So that was a total fail. But yeah, this part right here is rather annoying. I try to hold on to my wrench but drop it because I get tricked by the lasers. Like the lasers does a little, see right there, it does that little double attack. Like you think it's gonna stop, but it doesn't. So after a while, I just give up on the wrench, say screw it, because I don't feel like wasting more of your time. And yeah, you fight up against these little guys who die in one hit. Like they only have 1 HP, but they're really, really annoying, especially in multiplayer, because the amount of enemies you face off in multiplayer do increase, but not by too much, honestly. Me and one of my friends, we did start to do a co-op let's play, but I really wanted to do it with 4 people, but it just wasn't happening. I don't know why. Like scheduling it, for whatever reason, I could not get 3 other people to play this game with me. Yeah, so like I said, these turrets right here, you don't have to fight them. Actually, you can just jump over them, but I do recommend, if you can manage to do it, take them out. They will land a lot of sneak shots like they're doing on me, and they don't do a lot of damage. They only take away 4 health, but it is annoying. Like you're in the middle of a combo and you just get shot in the back of the head. So, and yeah, here we go, a classic conveyor belt scene in any beat 'em up, practically, pretty much. And once again, the uppercut, does awesome damage. It's the best special move in the game, honestly. The only person I think might have a better one would be Kim. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. I will be uploading the next part directly after this. I'm not going to make you guys wait another day or whatever. I know it's not going to go. I'll see you guys in the next part, and thanks for watching this far.